Another week has gone by and more weekly challenges have released. So what's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and I'll once again be your guide to every new challenge released in week 7 of Chapter 3 Season 1, including the replacement challenges that can be enabled by Epic Games at any time. Now, as usual, each challenge you complete is worth 25,000 XP for a combined total of 175,000 XP if we of course don't include the replacement challenges. So let's just get right into today's video. Firstly, we have a fairly simple challenge. All you have to do is harvest 200 stone from the temple, the ruins, or Tumbledown temple. Now, all three of these locations are landmarks, so they won't actually show up on your map whenever you're looking for them, but I do believe if you click the quest itself, it will show you the locations. However, let's just say that's bugged for you. If it is, well, there's been a handy image on screen just to help you know the exact locations to go to. Next up, for challenge 2, you have to eliminate 3 IO forces. Now, the IO forces can be found in 3 areas around the map as of right now, with more locations coming later this season. However, for the current locations, we have one right of Logjam Lumberyard, another one above the Daily Bugle, and a third one all the way down in the bottom left of the map in between Greasy Grove and Chonkers Speedway, all of which have been marked in the screenshots with a small IO guard icon thanks to the website FortniteGG. Our third challenge is to throw a Klomberry while standing within 10 meters of a Klombo, aka the new dinos added this update. Now, there's a map on screen that showcases all of the locations you can find Klomberries at. However, the Klombos themselves tend to spawn around Coney Crossroads, the Jonesies, the Daily Bugle, in between Camp Cuddle and Tilted Towers, and in the bottom left of the map by that 6 Klomberry spawn. So just go to one of these main locations, and you're more than likely to find one of these dinos just chilling around. The fourth challenge is one of the simpler ones this season, as it just requires you to get 75 damage with grenades or a grenade launcher. Now, this one can be completed with ease in duos, trios, or squads, and even in the bot variants of them, as you can down someone's teammate and throw grenades on top of them just so that they can't escape from the explosion that easily. Now, if you do have access to bot lobbies, I would say it might be easier to do it there, because let's be honest here, if you down someone's teammate in a squad bot lobby match, the odds of actually having to fight someone that is very skilled is basically impossible, because bots aren't that good at the game just in general based on the way they're coded. So if you have access to bot lobbies, I highly suggest you use those. The fifth challenge requires you to just interact with a computer terminal at a mole team drill site, which as of right now are the exact same locations as the IO forces locations I showed for challenge 3, and just like I talked about in challenge 3, there will be more of these locations as we get further into chapter 3 season 1. However, something cool about these computer terminals is that you can activate it every minute to shoot out a flare-like ping, which will mark all enemies in a pretty big radius. So not only can you use this for a actual challenge to get some easy XP, but you could also use this for some strategical gameplay. And our sixth challenge is another really easy one, just requiring you to destroy 30 objects while driving a Quadcrasher. I personally would recommend going to Greasy Grove for this challenge, as there are Quadcrasher spawns over there, and a lot of easily broken fences, bushes, and hedges that help speed this one up, just so you can get it over with right away. And for our final challenge, we have to collect different types of weapons at Shifty Shafts or the Sanctuary. So just drop at one of these locations and pick up 3 different types of weapons, such as an assault rifle, a shotgun, and an SMG. However, it doesn't have to specifically be these 3 weapons. Overall, just a very simple way to gain 25,000 XP to help you level up all that faster. And with that said, however, that is all the currently released challenges out of the way, and it's time to go on to the replacement challenges for week 7, starting with the first one, which is to simply deal 150 damage to opponents with a sniper rifle. Now, out of all of the replacement challenges so far, this one is probably the hardest one, which isn't a bad thing, as it just shows how practically all the replacement challenges are super easy. And speaking of easy challenges, the second replacement challenges is to simply refuel a vehicle with gas by 50%, which should just come naturally if you're having fun using vehicles. Now, of course, as I mentioned, these will only be enabled if one of the other challenges released this week have an issue. So let's say we have an issue where all of a sudden the challenge for picking up 3 different types of weapons at Shifty Shafts or the Sanctuary just stops counting. Well, if that's the case, they can disable that specific challenge and enable one of these replacement ones, and if you've already done the slightly broken challenge beforehand, it's just extra XP for you to gain. With that said, however, I hope this video was informative and helped you out. If it did, consider subscribing for more Fortnite news, as we cover anything and everything Fortnite, and if you enjoy the content on this channel just like my personality, consider subscribing subscribe to my commentary channel where I just talk about literally whatever I want to talk about. But with that said, I'll catch you champs and champettes next time with another YouTube video. Peace out.